And after a 2-week delay, I assume, I am here alone, internetless. Well, obviously when I upload this, it's not internetless, but you know what I mean. I was actually speaking with Marvel Hacker about doing the next PanchiCast now, because I have delayed. But yes, it's just me. It's just gonna be like the first original PanchiCast I used to do on my Tumblr blog. Oh, those were the days when I did them for fun. Well, I still do these for fun, actually. I do. You know. But I gotta have motivation. I gotta have ranting abilities or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do. Okay, but yeah, the spring break has been pretty crazy. Like, not really. It's very uneventful, hence like no activity on this channel whatsoever. Yeah. See, that's why I need a co-host. Here, what if I make up a character and I be that character? Because recently I have done some streams though. Alright, and I'm a really good voice actor. So what if I do like you guys tell me in a comment, the very few of you who watch this, tell me in the comments, should I make a character and whenever I'm alone and like have him talk, like come out and like we can talk with each other and stuff? Because I feel like box here right now. Why? Okay, sorry about that. That was rather strange. But besides that, this week has been, well, okay, how can I describe this spring break? It consists of Harvest Moon. That was a terrible voice crack. Bloody hell. Harvest Moon, Rune Factory Frontier. Oh my gosh, Rune Factory Frontier. That's gonna be the topic of today's PanchiCast. Let me just finish up my spring break thing though. Team Tohu Fortress 2. I got some Tohu models and replaced them in my Team Fortress 2 thing. And now I love killing the Yukos everywhere. Yuko will die. Yes. But yeah. But other than that, it's just recently it's been cleaning and homework because spring break's over. But yeah, it's a shame. But maybe because spring break is over, now I'll probably feel more dedicated in making more PanchiCasts, since it'll be actually help me get away from school and all that jazz. But yeah, the first beginning of this week, I just Harvest Moon and Rune Factoried everywhere. Like, good gosh, I love that. I actually made a top 5. I'm actually wondering, like, eventually, like, in the near far future, probably doubt it, I should, like, do videos of those top things of my Tumblr. They're actually pretty common, not really. Whatever, I just need something good to talk about, and I'll do a top thing about it. I don't know. But, yeah, that's that. So back to Harvest Moon and Rune Factory. So yeah, I did a top thing about them, and Rune Factory Frontier is like the best. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, if you never heard of Harvest Moon, get out. If you never heard of Rune Factory, you can stay, because I'll understand. Because hardly anyone knows about this game, sadly enough, and it deserves so much more attention. Oh, good gosh, it deserves so much more attention. Rune Factory, oh my god, that's a great series. Now, if you do know about Harvest Moon, no, obviously you didn't get out, so you stayed, and you can listen now. You know that it's like a farming simulator, or not simulator, but you know what I mean. So, basically, for the anniversary of Harvest Moon, I think 10 years, they released a game called Rune Factory, a fantasy Harvest Moon. And basically, they just took the aspect of Harvest Moon, and they just gave it like not a makeover, but just a huge extension of a dungeon system with monsters and everything. And I mean, sure, those of you playing Harvest Moon DS, you can say, oh well, there are monsters there. Oh well, they have a weapon there and all that. Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't match the standards of Rune Factory. It actually revolves around the basis of conquering these dungeons and story progression. It actually revolves around a story. For many of the bachelorettes, which you know, it's a thing about Harvest Moon, you have to get married, and a big huge thing about the games is that you have to beat the game main storyline before you can get married. I mean, Harvest Moon DS and Magical Melody have the same concept, but it's not a story. It's more like just achievements, and then doing that, you just do your normal life stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, Rune Factory. I don't even know how I found out about this game. Oh, I remember. I was looking up at the wiki, sort of this page that tells you how to find the Harvest Moon sprites in Harvest Moon DS, and it's like other Harvest Moon games, you know. I was looking at Wonderful Life and all that, and I see Rune Factory. I'm like, what? And first of all, I think RuneScape. Okay, I'm sorry. So, well, at that time, I think RuneScape, but now I think Rune Factory. Yes, Rune Factory. So I clicky the little linky, and it takes me to this page, and it tells me all this stuff, and it doesn't tell me anything. No, apparently just recently released, and I'm like, oh, I must get this game. So I'm like, GameStop, go. And it's like, no, we don't have Rune Factory. I'm sorry, we don't. What was that? What's that game called? What? You know, they don't. EB Games. Yes, I just went there. EB Games. What? We sell games? What? You know. And then I had to go to Walmart's online store and order it from there and wait a week and go to the store to pick it up. That's how obscure it was at the time. And that's really sad because it's a great game. It's a great series because at first it was supposed to be like a spin-off to a degree, but then it just evolved into a whole new series. And it's beautiful. And I'm so... oh my gosh. Okay, so it is for the DS. Okay, the first Rune Factory. Yes, there are more, and oh yes, and okay, you start there, and then you have Rune Factory 2. I read about it. I'm not that interested though. I'm more connected to the first cast of Rune Factory, even though Rune Factory 2 sounds interesting. I don't really feel like getting it. Okay, you know, okay, whatever. So then time passes, and I don't know how I found out about this, but then I'm like, Rune Factory, and then like, Rune Factory Frontier? I'm like, what? Rune Factory Frontier? Like, oh, this doesn't have a number. What is this? And I clicky, clicky, and it's like, Rune Factory Frontier. It's a Rune Factory game, a Harvest Moon game based on and it's like for the Wii. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a console game. Holy freaking freak. The glory of that day. Oh my gosh. The glory of that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm like, what? Okay. So I start looking up. And then I'm like, the main character from Rune Factory comes back. I'm like, what? And at first I start thinking, is this like a Wii remake for like the first game? Like, oh, because like Mist comes back. I'm like, oh. And then like Laura comes back and Melody comes back. Or Rosetta, like, oh. You know? And, oh gosh, my head hurts from doing that so much. Ow. Besides that, Mario Hacker's like, where did Consumma go? Not like that voice. He has an epic voice. But I digress. Losing internet sucks. It really does. Bloody I should change provider. That's another rant. Okay, whatever. So, then I'm like, one more time. And then I'm like, I gotta get this game. And then thankfully, GameStop, real far away though, has it. I'm like, Mom, go get it. And I'm like, and we get it. Bam. Rune Factory Frontier. And like, I just inserted this like, so delicately. Like, oh yeah, it's like Awesome Reach, but it's like Awesome Frontier, but not as demented. No, not as demented. No, just take out. No, that not like that. Really, it's yeah, Awesome Frontier, but without that scary stuff. Ugh. Okay, so yeah, we have that. Okay, we have that, and I inserted this. I'm like, okay, this. And then this like this intro song is just playing ding 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 ding. I'm like, what's this? And on the screen there's like little butterfly flying or like a birdie. Like, what's this? Is that animation? Is that animation? Okay, one thing I should mention: Rune Factory first game had an intro song also. Intro animation, really nice, but of course for the DS it's not that great, but it still looks amazing regardless. Like, I guess like anime style basically, like actual anime style. So, yeah. And it starts, and it like flies in the horizon while the song is just, and it's like, oh my gosh, the quality of that intro theme / cut-thing intro to the game is so professionally made. It's so amazingly good. It just looks outstanding. Just look it up. Rune Factory Frontier intro song. Bam! And make sure it has like the video also. Oh my gosh. They could make an anime out of all those scenes. Great Scott! I don't usually say that, but okay then. They could make an anime out of that. Oh, great. Ooh. Holy frick. Every scene, they're tiny little scenes, like 15 seconds long after that, like 2-minute animated scene. And then they're all short, and they're like for character development and very, very nice stuff. And it's so professionally made. It's just so good. It's just so great. They could make an anime, and like, I would so love to see like backstory for Rune. Oh my gosh, just because that's the best part. This game is like a continuation to the first game, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this game because it's not a remake, it's a sequel, an indirect sequel, but like recurring character, like and it has professional voices, and the voice actors, and the gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is always great. I mean, this feels real great. I mean. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's Harvest Moon Magical Melody. There's some things that bother me about the movement. Like, he feels slow. In Harvest Moon DS, he runs super fast. But in this game, it has a nice pace to it. The music's always great in all Rune Factory. I'm just trying to wrap this up because you see, I'm reaching up the time. But I can go on forever about this game. It's just beautiful, beautifully crafted, passion, the emotion. Oh my gosh. This game is a game of the ages. If you don't know what you're missing, well, I was trying to make a joke there, but I lost it. Whoops. But besides that, Rune Factory Frontier, check it out. Check out the entire series, Rune Factory. I'm probably gonna check out personally from what I played. I prefer the console versions, really. I don't know why. I just do. I mean, I think this is a game that should be like expanded upon, and like, maybe like expanded on like screen wise. I mean, not really. I mean, they're great games for the DS. I mean, Rune Factory is a great game, first of all, you know. But I don't know. Just check it out. I personally recommend. I mean, see, there's just also little. Oh, there's so much! My mind's gonna explode, guys! It's gonna explode! It's freaking out! I need someone to calm me down! There's so many details that you just love. There's so many references to the first game, to like various bad guys to the first game. There are themes, there are remakes in this game, and brand new themes. The characters come back. There again references. The humor's great. Phew, that's nice. And it's a perfect game. It's a perfect game. I said it. It's a perfect game. You freak with its flaws. Everything else makes up for it. I don't even know if there are any flaws. Freak with it. Freak with it. This is a perfect game, and that's that. I'm Colton Panchi, and this was PanchiCast 3.